Greetings, adventurers. This is DM Kurt. So, last session went pretty well. We just did a quickie one-shot, took the player characters from an established campaign. The DM was unable to be there, so we just said, hey, I'm going to grab the DM's chair back again, and we'll run a one-shot for y'all. The DM doesn't need a PC because he's sick, so, whatever. Okay, put everybody in a mining town. And as they're brought into the town, there's this great big bronze statue that's sitting on a pedestal. And it says, at the bottom of that mine lies a big, big man, Johann. And as you see miners heading off to work, many of them will touch the, just kind of walk by, give a little pat on the toes of the statue's boots. So that particular part of the statue is kind of polished from all the miners who have gone by and paid their respects before they go off to work. Okay, cool. A little piece of lore there. They go off into first thing, set them off into a tavern. Cool. In the tavern, I rattle off, these items are available. A lot of potato-based potatoes and spices and stuff. It was a number of Peruvian recipes. I've been doing a little research. I'm going to use Peruvian stuff here. Okay. I sit back down, and there's a bard there in the party. And so two of the local bards see the gnome and say, hey, I see you brought an instrument. Hey, you want to jam with us? Okay. He steps up. Oh, is this going to be a performance check? Yeah. You'll roll a performance check, see how well you do. Hey, he rolls high, of course. Whatever. The PCs always roll surprisingly well. It just happens. Okay. So, I go in and I paraphrase that the first song is about a man named Johann who came to the town. They're not sure from where. There's a few rumors, but he worked and he was all quiet, kept to himself, and one day there was a mine collapse, and he self-sacrificed, grabbing a beam and jamming it up to try to hold the big piece of the ceiling up to let everybody else escape. And tale of self-sacrifice. Cool. Knowing that Johann lies at the bottom of that mine and will forever be down there. What we have here in game terms is a saint. So someone who is held in high reverence for a noble deed they did before they died. Okay. And there's a second song is sung, and it is all about someone called the Traitor, a Jack the Ripper type who was rather horrible and skinned people, and eventually the king himself found him, and rather than kill this horrible person, bound him in chains and threw him into the deepest chasm. And some say the traitor's still down there today with his, and he lost his name. And okay, cool. He lost his name and will be forever known as the Traitor, and he's this boogeyman type character. The PCs are going, oh, okay, you're giving us some lore and some cheesy, spicy dishes. Okay, cool. All right. And after these two songs, this curly-haired, rather beefy fellow named Miguel says, all right, enough of this downer talk, all this downer, this sad songs and stuff. Who's up for a test of strength? And he reaches above the door frame and he grabs a big iron breaker bar. And two of the PCs are like, me, I want to do it. Okay, cool, you'll compete against each other. There's two big buckets of rocks, one on either side of the door frame. And they lash the buckets to the ends of the breaker bar. He says, okay, the tavern is chanting, bucket run, bucket run, bucket run. Okay, here's the deal, boys. You're going to do a dry run, a wet run, and then you drink. So whoever's going first. I want to go first, says the paladin. All right. You pick up this breaker bar and these two buckets. You pick it up. And you take it as far down that corridor as you can. And the other guy, seriously, a halfling? Okay, he's burly for a halfling, but he's a halfling? Okay, whatever. He follows you down there. And wherever you drop it, he has to pick it up, hold it at least waist high. You can go higher if you want. And carry it all the way back. And we'll see who wins. All right, what do we roll, man? Okay, this is an athletics check using strength. So D20 plus strength bonus, and if you have athletics, you can add that proficiency. Cool. I got 22 or whatever. Really? Okay, well, you get it times 10, 220 yards down the corridor. And the other guy, 17. Oh, man, you stop short. It comes out of your fingers. You know, fingers are stinging. But Miguel picks it up, takes it the rest of the way. So it's right at the front door of the tavern. That's in this corridor here. Okay, first round goes to Paladin. Now for the wet run. They pour a pitcher of beer into each bucket. Okay, do it again. Paladin hoists it up. Off he goes. Halfling, burly for a halfling, but still, you're only a halfling, dude. Tries to pick it up, carries it almost all the way back. Stops just a little short. All right, well, that's 2 out of 3, boys. But now you got to drink. What do you mean drink? Takes the buckets off. All right. You got to take this bucket, and you got to drink the pitcher out of the bucket without letting the rocks fall out and hit you in the head. So that's a strength followed by con. They make the strength, so they kind of figure it out. You're going to hold your forehead over to keep the rocks out this way, but they fail the con, so and beer goes spilling down their fronts of their shirts while they're trying to drink, and everybody laughs. A good time is had by all. I'm like, okay, that was kind of cool. And from there, we head off into a simple save the village. They're told that a village has lost communication. And, here's the thing. You guys take a wagon load of supplies out there. If it's a tax revolt or something like that, burn the wagon and all the supplies and come back and tell us. And if it's just a couple of criminals doing something, bring them back here. We'll deal with it. Do not kill them. They get out there, and it's a walled village. There's a handful of hill giants there to be slain. Quickie little combat with some hill giants. Bada bing, bada boom. And it's 8 o'clock, time for everybody to go home. Because our session time is over at 8. Overall, not a bad session, but the bucket run exists as a potential for a tavern game you can use. Test of strength and a little con check, and it's good-natured fun. Anyway, that's what we got. DM Kurt, out.